I want to talk about what happened with Britney Spears at the Chateau Marmont. If you haven't heard, TMZ reported on it initially, but haven't heard a lot of other people talking about it, and it took place on the 2nd of May. So we're going to go ahead and chat about that today, and if that sounds interesting to you, stick around because I'm about to get into it. But before I do, if you haven't already, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, come hang on my channel. It'd be really great to have you here. With that being said, let's get into today's video. I feel like so many people talk about Britney Spears, and it's kind of difficult not to, because we've watched throughout the years with what she went through with Justin Timberlake and what she went through with Kevin Federline when she had something of a breakdown. I don't really know for sure. I'm going to handle this with kid gloves because I know Britney has some hardcore stands. People will come for you like Swifties, very much like that. The very much leave Britney alone movement is alive and well. And this isn't a video to say anything negative about Britney. If anything, I have a lot of compassion for her. Her book being a great success, she certainly deserves it. I'd like to see her do more things that are successful. I want to see her flourish and grow, but it seems like, at least from what I've seen from her posts, that she's still struggling. And that's not to say that I think that she should be put into any type of conservatorship. I wouldn't say that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not looking out for her. There has been doctors coming forward giving their 2 cents, saying that perhaps she'd gone off her medication and that she might need to be put back in a conservatorship. I don't know. I don't know her personally. I just know what I see, and the behavior is a little concerning. So let's go ahead and hit rewind and go back to the 2nd of May when Britney was staying at the Chateau Marmont with her boyfriend, on and off boyfriend, Paul. From what I saw on TMZ, the couple had been drinking throughout the night and they had, an argument. There was a heated argument where the authorities were called. But when the police first arrived, they didn't see any problems. So they left. And then the authorities were called again because the fighting had continued.
Somebody had claimed that a woman matching Britney's description was harassing hotel guests and was off the rails. However, when cops showed up, they saw no signs of a disturbance or issues, and they left. We're told around 11 p.m. Britney and Paul retreated to their room where they continued partying and drinking, and we're told that some kind of altercation happened in their room, which turned physical. We're told that Britney may have even injured her leg. We're told that Britney was screaming and out of control in the hallway of her suite, and guests thought that she was having a nervous breakdown, so paramedics were called.
So on May 2nd was when her divorce was finalized from Sam Asghari, and she had posted a video. There was something on her Instagram post looking back on when they were like dancing together and when they were happy, and I think she'd alluded to the fact that she missed him and I think was feeling, saddened about how things didn't work out. They were married for, I think it was about 14 months and ended up getting a divorce. So now she's got her on and off again boyfriend, who people are saying that are close to Britney that he's not the best influence for her. And I guess they did have some kind of altercation, supposedly. She's saying that they didn't, but it resulted in her having an injury. I guess she rolled her ankle, so that's when the ambulance was called back out and she was taken home and Paul went home.
Paramedics arrived around 12:40 a.m. and they did make contact with Britney, who was standing outside of the hotel with just a pillow and a blanket. We're told that she did not get into an ambulance. Instead, she left with security and not with Paul.
According to TMZ, he wanted to go home and she didn't want him to leave, and so there was a little back and forth and she ended up injured, but then, each went their separate ways and she's at home safe and sound. But what I want to talk about is just what's been going on with Britney. I mean, we've seen a lot of posts from her. I know that I've seen her Instagram posts and it all just seems really concerning. And I know that she had a love and a connection to Sam, and I know she's, from what I've seen, is looking back on it and is feeling sad about it. And because the behavior is seemingly sometimes erratic and difficult to understand, there's something going on that isn't quite right. And I wish that there was someone there that was just this level of support. Now, people were saying that Sam was that level of support and he was the stability that she needed in her life. And he said in Us magazine, he was reported to say that he will always care for her and always want to be there for her, but he can't be a part of her world, something along those lines. And I don't know how much of that I believe. I mean, I've heard a bunch of stories about how he was just trying to get a payday and that he didn't really love her. And I mean, the marriage only lasted 14 months and it was very tumultuous and there was a lot of control going on, that he might have been placed in her life from her family to try and control her, all alleged. But The relationship itself, obviously, it didn't stand the test of time, and something was going on there that wasn't healthy and or right, so they ended up no longer being together, and now it seems like Britney is really going through it, and it just breaks my heart because she has been through so much, and because her own family treated her like a payday, where she went out and worked and they basically locked her away and took advantage of her for so many years. She's been through so much. I would love to see her flourish and be happy and healthy. I just see a young girl who grew up in the public eye, you know, in the entertainment business, had been taken advantage of by her own family, and who's really gone through a whole lot on a level that has caused, I think, in my humble opinion, not a doctor, not a professional in any way, but she's going through something that it's caused her damage. I just would like to see someone in her life that actually has her best interests at heart and not their own. So I think that's where I'm really coming from, sharing this story with you today, because I feel like it is concerning. There is still something going on there. I don't think, like the doctors were saying, that she needs to be in a conservatorship. I think she just needs good people around her who really actually care about her, and some good guidance to get, you know, the help and the healing that she needs. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to keep going in this really seemingly negative kind of direction, and I just wonder, you know, what's next. So I have a concern in my heart for someone who seems like a really decent, good kid who's been through a lot, and I can't help but have compassion. So I just wanted to sit down and share with you guys and get your thoughts on it. Did you hear from TMZ about what happened at the Chateau Marmont, or have you seen any of her posts on Instagram, TikTok, and how do you feel about it? Let me know what you think in the comments. That's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. As always, I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!